everyone, welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Tommy, the pro wrestling podcast with Tommy, NORBZ, and me, Brittany. Cheers. So on this episode, we have professional wrestler Alexander ROTH. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you, darling. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Where are you located?
I'm in London right now.
You're in London.
Nice.
I am in London, yes.
Great. So to start things off, what made you want to become like a professional wrestler? I know that you have other facets of your life, but let's talk about your wrestling career right now.
Okay. Basically, when I started watching wrestling when I was around 11, 12, 13, around that kind of age, just when I was a teenager. And I watched the Royal Rumble 2000, and basically just watching that event is what made me want to be a professional wrestler, because I watched that and then I started watching wrestling kind of religiously from then onwards. So yeah, that's how I pretty much got into it and wanted to do it.
Awesome. And then how did you like start your training and stuff like that?
I started training, which was kind of a weird one, because I started really, really late. I started at 26. But I started in a little, very, very, very small training school that was located in Croydon at the time. And I did a Doug Williams seminar, and then I started normal training, and I just went from there, really. And then I just went on and on and on until I got better and better and better, I suppose.
So now, Wolf, once again, thank you for joining us. It's amazing to have you on.
No problem.
You're an amazing wrestler, athleticism, got the charisma on the mic and the interviews.
I don't know about athleticism right now, man. I've had a few donuts this year and lost, but yeah.
Oh, same here. Same here. We have Tim Hortons. That's a Canadian donut brand here in Toronto, Canada. So I've had a lot of those because of the lockdown. So you're not alone.
When I come to Canada, that's what I'll be shoveling down my face then. No worries.
We'll do it together. I'll buy the donuts.
Thanks for the heads up.
For sure. I got to ask you, that is an awesome nickname you have, the Wolf of Brawl Street. Where did that come from? Amazing.
You know what? It's a weird one. Do you know what it was? I kind of did it when I was playing, the WWE 2K games. I do a lot of creating in those games. I always have. I was doing it from when you was allowed to, which is basically the first one that came out, and as on and on it went. And when I started creating myself, obviously when I started wrestling, I was like, well, now I'm kind of like, it's kind of hard to create myself in a game, because when I used to create myself in a game, it was a video game. It wasn't real. But now I'm actually training to be a wrestler, so it's different. Now I actually have to put some actual thought into it. When I was doing music prior to doing wrestling, I had a song called Night Wolf. I always consider myself like a wolf type, do my own sort of thing, don't follow the crowd. I get offended with how sheep think quite often, what I did back then at least. So I was very wolf orientated. I did a lot of research on how wolves act and stuff like that. And then basically, obviously the Wolf of Wall Street film came out, which I still haven't seen. And I just kind of got the name from there. Originally, it was the Wolf of Fall Street, but I just didn't like the way it sounded. Something about it was completely off. And I thought people that outside of wrestling wouldn't understand what the fall was, obviously as in pinfall. But I thought if I say brawl, then I think everyone knows what brawl means. So that's pretty much where it came from. And I knew that I thought of it, and it was original, so I've just gone from there, really, and that's mine.
Hey, you're amazingly creative. You can make a nickname for me. They call me Tommy Lee. Let me know.
What's your spirit animal?
Dragon? Dragon is an animal?
That's easy. I was calling that a Dovahkiin or something from Skyrim. I'll do something from a dragon-related program, maybe Game of Thrones, I don't know, the Last Drogon or something like that. Right. You know what I mean? It's easy. You just got to play around with it until you find something that you think fits. Because as long as you believe that it fits, then everyone else will believe that it fits.
All right, so I'm going to tell my co-host. I'll tell my co-host they can call me Game of Thrones from now on.
There you go. They can call you GOT, the G-O-T. There you go. Just leave the A out.
Thank you, sir.
Greatest of time. The greatest of time. There you go. So you worked on that. Greatest of time. Not all time, just of time.
Off time. Greatest of time.
There he is.
From now on.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. Like basically British wrestling is well known for brawlers Pete Dunne and even William Regal back in this day. So many great talent in the British scene. Speaking of wrestlers itself, past or present, who would you love to compete with in your career? Like who would you pick? Like maybe narrow it down to like 3 or 4, whichever.
Look, I'll give you
any
2 of
wrestler.
each. 2 from the past. I will do. Do you know what I'll do? I'll be cheeky. I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. I'll take Shawn Michaels, old school Shawn Michaels, and I'll take old school AJ.
Ooh.
And then AJ Styles.
I love old school AJ. Yeah,
One of my favorites.
It's amazing.
But on the new, obviously on the future side, the new school AJ. So that's why I'm going to cheat just with him, and maybe someone from the. Let's pick a promotion. Let's go with. Do you know who I really like? Eli Drake, which is now known as LA Knight in NXT. I like him.
Yeah, another.
I want to hear him roast me. 'Cause I like his mic work. So, and I want to see that if he came out and did a promo on me, would I laugh? And I'll see if I can hold my concentration, because I know he'll roast me, and I find him really entertaining. But yeah, so I pick him. Bit of LA Knight, AJ Styles double, and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I wrestle them guys.
Yeah, I'm
Amazing
sure
pick.
that when you do a promo with them, like you're going to like one up them in any way, because yeah, I mean Shawn Michaels and LA Knight, they're pretty charismatic individuals, just as yourself.
Absolutely.
So for me.
Absolutely.
And speaking of AJ Styles, I'm actually wearing a AJ Styles. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh.
Yeah,
The first one that
AJ
came out, the
Styles.
first one.
Yeah,
Get ready to yeah.
I've been watching him since the TNA days, back in
Exactly, yeah.
2002.
You
He's
and me
an
both,
incredible
buddy.
talent. Yeah, amazing times.
The best. One of the best.
Absolutely.
And kind of going into your like wrestling fan mode right now, do you have any like particular storyline or angle you're like following closely?
What within promotions that I wrestle like now? You mean? Or do you mean my own? Oh,
Yeah.
with I like Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly storyline. I like how they're doing Edge, Roman Reigns, and Daniel Bryan. I'm not a fan of the Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair builds, but I'm very, very glad that they've at least got a match at WrestleMania. I'm just annoyed that they keep involving the women's tag team champions and all the women's single champions like matches and storylines. It's irritating. Just keep them separate. There's enough women to do tag team stuff, and there's enough women to do single stuff. And that's what I'm going to say about that. I like the WrestleMania tonight, isn't it?
The 2-night event.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Extravaganza.
I like Finn Balor and Karrion Kross. I like both of them a lot. So I like their stuff as well. And outside of there, I like the Young Bucks and the Kenny Omega and the TNA and all that Invasion storyline. That's interesting. I love the Inner Circle. So their recent promo of Chris Jericho was fantastic. I almost swore. You're very lucky that I didn't. That's because I'm from London and it's hard not to. But yeah, that was great. Yeah, I'm gonna go with those ones so far. I've got one personally, but that's not for now because we're not wrestling yet. But when we come back from wrestling, I have one that was supposed to happen that I was really excited about, and then obviously lockdown happens. So there you go. But when we come back from wrestling, there'll be that one as well. But those ones are probably the stuff right now currently. They're really interesting to watch. Yeah.
And then when we come out of wrestling, and maybe when you come out of your donut eating phase, what major wrestling promotion do you see yourself signing in the future?
It's a hard question because I don't want
That's
to.
a huge question.
Don't want to tempt fate. I'll pretty much take any work I can take. But I'm not like, again, I'll say a few things you can interpret what you will. I'm not a sheep, I'm a wolf. So I don't need to be where everyone thinks I need to be. I just need to be somewhere where I can be happy in life and content. I don't care about riches and cars and all that kind of stuff because I've already got a family. Do you know what I mean? I've already got a woman. I've already got kids. I've had that for like almost 15 years. So that kind of stuff, I already had it. I just want to be content in life. I'm not like one of the young kids that are need to run around. You know what I mean? So I just need a good contract somewhere I can wrestle regular, good paycheck, and just make my money and be easy. That's where I'm at in life right now. That could change because things could change. But currently, today, on Saturday, at the current time, that's where I'm at. But I don't know when this meeting ends. I might change my mind. You never know. But I would like to keep people guessing. I like to keep people guessing.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of go with the flow, but also choose your own path too.
Absolutely go with the flow because there's no point living in the past because the past is in your imagination because it's gone. And there's no point living in the future because it's also in your imagination. It's not here yet. You might as well live for the now because that's all you have is the right now.
Exactly.
For sure.
You can
kind
tweet
of
me, baby.
And going on this like philosophical, I guess, trail or path we're going on, how would you like wrestling fans to remember you once your wrestling career is completed?
Oh, that's a good question. I want him to remember me as just someone that wrestled well. Yeah. That's a hard question, really. I don't know. I want to be remembered. Just be remembered. Basically, it doesn't really matter how you're remembered, as long as you're remembered. Because obviously, that's who you are. That's who you are, really, is memories to people, isn't it? Because once we're all gone, how are we gonna know about other people, about people that have come and gone before us, about memories, so about history. So just as long as I'm added to the history books, I'm good. So.
Cool. Tommy, NORBZ, do you have any more questions for?
Wolf, I want to add that we're a big AEW fan, so it'd be great to see an AEW.
I like AEW as well. I like it. I watch it every week. I think it's probably my favorite one to watch right now, and it's the one I've watched the most. That's not the WWE since Lucha Underground. When that was out, I watched that all the time. I used to watch TNA religiously, but I don't really use my TV anymore in the sense of I don't go on the channels. I go on my TV. I literally turn TV on. The PS4, PS5 goes on whatever. It's YouTube, it's Netflix, it's Amazon Prime, it's Disney Plus, and I don't really move from there. Of the WWE network when needed, but I don't really move from there really. So the only show I'll go out my way to watch is AEW. So I'm happy to watch that every Thursday because I don't watch it on the Wednesday night. So every Thursday I watch that. But I think it's great.
I believe you're going to make it. So when you make it, we'll bring you back on again.
I love a contract. I would love a contract there. One of the guys I wrestled is over there in Kip Sabian. So
oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Maybe I should shoot him a DM and see if I can hand him a little bit of cash. He can just put a name in for me. No, I'm just joking.
Why not?
Yes, so many good talents there right now. I mean, like a Private Party is like one of my personal favorites, and
Yeah, I like
also
them too.
Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks too. And there's even Dark the
Dark
show
Order?
Dark Order, and also the show Dark
okay.
Elevation. So there's so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
like
On
ample
Mondays.
opportunities
I agree.
for the up and comers.
It's great. I think my favorite over there is probably Hangman Adam Page.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
he's
choice.
amazing. I love him. He's very comical at the same time, but like his persona is so good.
His character arc has been great. I'm enjoying watching that, and I just like seeing a box shot lariat, to be honest, because it's just like, oh my god, he's gonna take the head off. Wait, here it comes, and there goes the head. It's amazing. I like him a lot. I'll have to wrestle him and take the box shot lariat. I don't mind going to the hospital for a week. It'll be fine. I'll get fed and I'll be able to sleep. So
True.
no problem with me. So yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. This
That's
has
not a
been another episode of Tea Time with Tommy NORBZ, and me, Brittany.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks so much, Wolf.
Cheers. You're welcome. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. What's happening, everyone? This is the Wolf of Brawl Street. Alex is on the ROTH, and you're watching Tea Time with Tommy. And make sure to please subscribe below. Stay tuned for more episodes of Tea Time with Tommy. Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Brittany from Tea Time with Tommy, and don't forget to catch Tea Time with Tommy and click the subscribe button on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. And if you don't click the subscribe button, Tommy will be a very, very, very cranky old man. So let's not have that. So make sure you click the like and subscribe button.